right in front of our eyes. Disasters are about to continue with perplexity. Wars and rumors of wars are about to continue with perplexity. Father, but your church and your remnant, let them get their house in order. For the time has come that you have prophesied, not by might nor by power, but by
the start of my contribution, that when we speak on these matters, let us speak being honest and factual. The facts are the people of Palestine are denied the right to exist as human beings. They are denied the right to enjoy the freedoms and the rights we so love as South Africans, the rights and freedoms we fought so hard for, the rights and freedoms we united on as a diverse South African people. Today, some of us in this house believe these rights belong to some and not to others. That is not the South African way. We believe all human beings enjoy the right to.
For our next story, let's go back to where it all began. The morning of October 7th, Hamas attacked Israel. Israel was caught unawares, so was the rest of the world, and with good reason. Because look at the border between Israel and Gaza. Separating Israel and Gaza is a 65-kilometer-long barrier. It cost around $1.1 billion. So how did Hamas breach it? Also, how did Israel not see it coming? We've been discussing this on and off. The whole world has been asking this question. And some reports have come out in the past. They talk about intelligence failure. But now we have a new assessment. This one talks about how Hamas planned the entire attack. It was more than a year in the making. And here's what they did to pull it off. The first step of their plan was deception, planting the seeds of doubt. Hamas knew that Israel would suspect something, so they tried to distract them. How? By telling them what they wanted to hear. Hamas and Israel were adversaries, but in the last year, they appeared to be bridging the divide because Hamas leaders had changed their tune. They told Israel they did not want a war. They gave them secret information about attacks by other groups. In fact, they passed on intelligence about the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. They knew Israel wanted this information, so Hamas passed it on to gain trust, and it worked. Israeli leaders believed that Hamas was indeed changing. Of course, there was some rhetoric with Hamas leaders calling for Israel's annihilation, but it did not bother Israel because they were getting what they wanted. Tensions along Gaza were at an all-time low. Workers were coming into work. So for them,
for thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of my eye. For behold, I will shake mine hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants. And ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me. Saints of the Almighty God. Now the problem in our time today is when people don't act when they are being told. Because I shared a message earlier, about 2 months ago, with a.
But we come peaceably to worship God and to give hope to a nation that is broken, and you threaten to imprison us. We will not accept it. We will not tolerate it.
Because of that is the first reason. The second reason is the looting. The looting. Why would God want to judge because of looting? Because some of the people people that had businesses at that time, it was a blessing from God. But all was destroyed in one day. So God says, my anger will be upon South Africa. And the third reason, because South Africa has turned against foreign nationals. South Africa has turned against their own brothers.
There's a child in here. There's a child in here. Come here. Yeah, there's a child in here.
Hey, kom eens steeds nou. Ja, kijk, hier is hier voor is nog niet steeds. Ja, kom eens steeds. Kijk eens zo, hier kom je nou met die moeilijkheid van. Je sak, je staat zo maar terug. Kijk dan. Kijk dan. Kijk dan. Ja, maar. This one's cool. Shit! Woo! There's a child in here. There's a child in here. Come here. Yeah, there's a child in here.
More than 70 people were killed overnight when fire raged through a 5-story apartment block in a poor area of Johannesburg, officials said on Thursday, adding that some of the victims may have been renting rooms there from criminal gangs. At noon, the municipal-owned building was still smoldering, a large part of it blackened by soot as emergency services gathered around it, and bodies lay covered in blankets on a nearby.
Hey, kom eens eens nou. Ja, kijk, hier is hiervoor is nog net die sets. Daar kom eens eens. Kijk hier zo, hier kom die ene wat die moeilijkheid maakt. Hier sak, hier staan sommer terug. Kijk dan. Kijk dan. Kijk dan.
Because of that is the first reason.
Ngenxa yalokho isizathu sokuqala ke lesi.
The second reason
Esesibili isizathu